नहीं कि I'm number one, number two, because the moment my first film released, so many offers came, and all my career was handled by Anand Swamiji. So he used to sign films one after the other. He used to listen to the story, and then he will decide what I have to do, what I should not do. So that was in a way very good. Many people could not come and take me to some rubbish films.
I'm also feeling very strange sitting with you. I'll tell you why. Because when we were in Pune, my father was in the army there, and we once drove to Bombay. So Mumbai, we knew somebody who was an editor in the cinema industry. So one thing was to go and see big film stars. So I remember one day when we went there, we used to go with the autograph book. So I saw 3 film stars that day. First I saw Suresh Oberoi, and we were too scared. My parents would say, go take an autograph. I said, no, I'm not going there. If you feel scared. The second person we saw was Rajesh Khanna. And he was too big. So, don't even go close, watching from a distance, Raj. And third I saw was you. Okay. So you were walking in somewhere, and I cannot imagine sitting with you and asking you questions, because I've seen you as a 12-year-old on I don't know, the Chembur or Mehboob Studio, wherever. One place where all the action was happening. So it's quite surreal for me to sit here and interview her today. It's amazing. The first open-air cinema the first film of yours I saw was Razia Sultan. Razia Sultan was, I think, 85 or so, because we had open-air theatres, and it was a big film. I think it was in the mid-80s. Now tell me about Dream Girl. This is such a thing which has stayed with you. Tell us everything about the film Dream Girl. It gave you identity. It gave you a phenomenon. It would give you a title that audiences never get. It has become synonymous with you completely.
Yes.
Would you like us to play a little clip of the Dream Girl sequence so that we then understand what went into the making of the film, what it meant to you, and your presence in the...
Yeah, I tell you, there is change in that.
Yeah.
Because, not because that film was made Dream Girl, so I have become Dream Girl. This name was given to me right from the first day of my film career. That is how Ananta Swamiji, he introduced me as Dream Girl. So the picture of Sapna Ki Saudagar release हो गई, 1.5 years कुछ लगा उसको बनाने में. Then he was very happy that मैंने क्या तुम्हारा publicity देखो मैंने कैसा किया है. So that time Bunny Reuben was a very famous man who was a publicist. तो उन्होंने कुछ प्लान किया है, बहुत अच्छा किया है. तो पूरा सिटी मुझे घुमा के दिखाया. So it's a beautiful that white banner है, उसमें red color में Dream Girl coming. That's all. And he saying, see, मैं बोला क्या देखूं इसमें, मेरा नाम तो है ही नहीं. I asked, this is your name? I said, but my name, मेरा नाम क्यों नहीं दे? Again I felt very bad कि मैं इतना मुश्किल से इतना काम किया और मेरा नाम नहीं है, सिर्फ ड्रीम गर्ल बोलता है, पूरा मुंबई में वही नाम है. I said, then he said, wait, now next week you are going to see another one. So next week देखा तो सिर्फ on inside the drum I'm sitting with my eyes open like that, I'm looking. So that was second banner. Then that is how he said, your name is going to be always remembered as Dream Girl. So he gave that name to me. That continued as then I signed so many films, so one after the other. सब में हेमा मालिनी द ड्रीम गर्ल, हेमा मालिनी द ड्रीम साथ में आता था. बाद में ये पिक्चर बनी थी मेरा my home production it was. We wanted to make a film with Pramod Chakravarti. That time he was making Jugnu and 2-3 more films with me. तो फिर बोला कि क्या नाम रखना चाहिए पिक्चर का, तो ये said ड्रीम गर्ल रखो. The film का नाम भी ड्रीम गर्ल बन गया.
So it's not the film that made you Dream
No, not at all.
You were Dream Girl from day one. You were positioned. Your publicist gave that name Dream Girl.
Yes.
And it stood with people.
It stood.
Can I play the clip right? Let's play the clip of the movie Dream Girl. This is an amazing movie with Dharamji.
Yeah. It was a copy of Brahmachari, which Shammi Kapoor ji had done. So उसी का female version बनाया था.
It's such a pairing, when you see this sequence working with Dharmendra ji, your relationship with Dharmendra ji, how did it blossom? How did it grow? When did you first meet on the set? Can you tell us about the shooting of this sequence? There is so much that goes back into this, and our deepest condolences, of course, from all of us here. It was a loss for the whole country. But we would want to know about this dream pairing that has changed Indian cinema, and in a way, it transformed you as well, and it remains in the minds of everyone.
Yes.
Over decades, it doesn't matter what their age is. So, can you tell us more about this in the context of Dreamgirl?
See, after the first film released, I signed about 6 films. तो मुझे लगा कि मैं इतना पिक्चर मैं करने वाली हूँ. Am I going to work in so many films? Because my intention was to just do 1 or 2 films and just get out. मुझे आगे नहीं करना है. ये दिमाग में था. Then मम्मी से तुम्हारे लिए इतना फिल्म ऑफर्स आ रहे हैं. How can you say no? And then one of the day आसमान महल करके एक पिक्चर बनाया था किसी ने, उसका प्रीमियर था. वो देखने के लिए मैं गई थी. लेकर गए थे प्रोड्यूसर मुझे, अनंत स्वामी जी. वहाँ पे आई मेट धर्मजीत सर. देन आई वाज वेरी स्टन्ड लुकिंग एट सच अ हैंडसम मैन. नाम तो सुना था पिक्चर में, लेकिन मुझे ये नहीं मालूम था कि इनके साथ भी मुझे काम करने का अवसर मिलेगा. So that was then I was wanting, yes, of course, इनके साथ तो काम करना ही पड़ेगा. I must work. So then immediately offer came, शराफत, तुम हसीन मैं जवान. These 2 films I signed. Simultaneously I signed 2 more films with Shashi Kapoor अभिनेत्री and जहाँ प्यार मिले. Then 1 film with Jitendra ji. Like that, so many films I started saying there is no chance for me to get out of film at all. So I'm just caught in the films. Then again another six films. Then Johnny Meron, and so many films I signed. And my experience first time when I saw Dharanji was, I was completely flabbergasted looking at him. And then he also smiled and said, "ये बड़ी चंगी कुड़ी है." He was telling Shashi Kapoor. I said, "Yeah, okay." फिर उसके बाद जब सपना का सौदागर का प्रीमियर भी था, उसमें भी साथ में बैठे थे, तो I just saw he was there. That is it. Then तुम हसीन मैं जवान के शूटिंग में मुलाकात हुई. And then शराफत, दोनों फिल्म की शूटिंग साथ साथ में होती रहती थी. And it completely contrast roles, in शराफत I was playing एक तवाइफ का रोल है, मुजड़ा करती हूँ. बहुत beautiful dances I did in that. And he was playing the role of a professor who comes to rescue me from this kind of a life. And then तुम हसीन मैं जवान was a very fun loving thing, तो पहला शूटिंग भी धर्मजी के साथ मेरा हुआ. That song where he's a naval officer, all having a big party, and then in that I come and dance with him. I was dressed up like a Cleopatra in that, and then that song was आपको पहले भी कहीं देखा है, ख्वाब में या रूबरू पर देखा है, आओ हिल मिल जाए मौज उड़ा ले जिंदगी में, तुम हसीन मैं जवान. So it was very interesting. And then first time it was a very western dance था, तो मुझे परेशान थी कि मैं western dance मुझे कैसे करूँगी. I am a Bharatanatyam dancer. But when I saw Dharanji dancing, then I had full confidence. I said I will also do it. If he can do this, I can also do well. So that is how. And then काफी film करते करते naturally we have done successfully 45 films we have worked together after that. And then after that 25 films are super hit films. So constantly we are working from one shooting to another, one set to another. Then so many outdoors we go together. Naturally we get friendly, and he's such a wonderful person, such a beautiful human being, and very caring. So I loved that, all that. And then I always thought if I marry, I must marry somebody like him. My only thought was that उनके जैसा होना चाहिए, बहुत सुंदर and very nice and soft-hearted person who should be standing next to me like that I wanted. But वही बनेंगे मेरे साथी बनेंगे, तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं था. Never thought of that.
When you saw him dancing,
Completely fell in love क्या होता है?
I don't know. I don't know.
love तो love होता है ना.
I don't know.
First sight you like somebody,
Uh,
then because of that person is also reacting to you, and then it builds up, no? The romance flourishes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I can't tell you how it.
No, no, no.
It's a very beautiful feeling
Yes.
to be in love. That's all I can say.
शेविंग से जलन और
बीच में periods
I'm told that you fell in love with him when you watched him dance to Yamla Pagla Diwana. Is it
Yeah.
true? Is it true?
Hmm?
Is it true that you completely fell in love with him when you saw him dance to that?
Completely fell in love क्या होता है?
I don't know. I don't know.
Love तो love होता है ना.
I don't know.
First sight you like somebody,
Uh,
then because of that person is also reacting to you, and then it builds up, no? The romance flourishes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I can't tell you how it.
No, no, no.
It's a very beautiful feeling
Yes.
to be in love. That's all I can say. And then because that person is also very caring and a very sweet person. बहुत अच्छा लगता था उनके साथ कभी भी आउटडोर भी जाऊँ कहीं पे भी शूटिंग करना. Not that so many other heroes were also there with me. They were also very wonderful. But इनके साथ कुछ स्पेशल कुछ बात बनी थी वो it is all God's intervention.
Yeah.
He wanted this to happen. This has happened.
That's truly magic.
And we have shared lots of love between each other. It's a profound, enduring love for each other we have.
Absolutely. Tell us about Dream Girl, the sequence you showed. And I must say that love showed in your pairing also. You were effortless with each other on screen. It showed the caring, the sharing, all that you talk about showed when you were both on screen. So I'd like you to tell us a little bit about the shooting of the Dream Girl sequence, because
Dream Girl film की
the film, and also, was this being shot differently? Because there's a shot of him walking down your chiffon dress flowing. Can you play that again? Was
the
that shot
Dream Girl
different?
song, with that red
yeah,
dress.
yeah.
That is a dream song, na? नाम और गाना इतना जुड़ जाएगा आज भी मैं कहीं पे भी जाऊं तो मैं आने से पहले ड्रीम गर्ल गाना बजता अभी भी बजाना
Yeah.
जस्ट नाउ आल्सो.
This is totally wonderful. Again, going back to the open air theatre, we were allowed to see films only when parents would take us to open air theatre in the army. They would all go out और खुले में हम film देखते थे. So I watched all your films then. We saw. I remember we were so excited. Has anyone seen Alibaba Charlie's Chor? Alibaba Charlie's Chor, sir? Mahesh? Burning Train. Burning Train. I remember these two. And these are all. You became this on-screen relationship between you and Dharmendra ji. This is emblematic. If somebody talks about 70s, 80s period, it is Dharmendra Hema Malini, all these films, Kinara, Burning Train, Alibaba Charlie's Chor. Which film set the real, out of all of this, which film set the real spark for your chemistry? Which do you think was the best Dharmendra Hema Malini pairing? Which was the most memorable film?
I'd say in the initial stage it started with Sharafat वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड रोल विच असित सेन करके बहुत बढ़िया डायरेक्टर थे, उन्होंने दोनों को हैंडल किया, बंगाली डायरेक्टर. That is one. Then of course Pratigya was more and more of his type of role. Then there was one Rajput I did. That was very nice, very beautiful role between me and Dharamji and Rajesh Khanna in that. That was nice. Then Dillagi was Dharamji's very favorite one. You know, a lot of comedy in that. That was beautiful film. That was. Of course, Sholay to Hey, Sita Gita was there. So many. I think Jugnu, then Azad. I said Kinara mein what a beautiful song was picturized between me and Dharamji. एक ही ख्वाब बार बार हम देखते हैं, ऐसा कुछ था गुलजार साहब का. So many of them. And his desire was to make Mirza Sahiba. He wanted to make that as a film, but it did not happen. It was almost ready, which Yashji was supposed to direct. But ये नहीं बना. लेकिन प्रतिज्ञा में एक छोटा सा एक पोर्शन किया, तो that also he felt so happy doing that. You know, that was his very ambitious film he wanted to make.
I think he is a better dancer than you because you know there's the most famous dance move in Indian cinema was Yamla Pagla Divana. Even now, in any social occasion, after people become a little happy, they all dance to Yamla Pagla Divana,
Yes.
and they all imitate that particular sequence which made you fall in love with him even more. I will not say completely, totally, you know. But can I play that clip? And
Yeah, in that film also it was like that. That girl, she falls in love with him after seeing him going that madness what he's doing.
Yeah.
वो जो गाना जो पिक्चराइज किया, वो उसका कोरियोग्राफर था what was it? Gopi Krishna ji. Yeah, sorry, I'm very sorry. Gopi Krishna ji was the dance choreographer for that, and he is a Kathak exponent, so the best dancer that time. And उनको लेके गए धर्म जी के सामने और बोला he will be choreographing it. है ना, धर्म जी से अच्छा करके दिखाइए. तो जब शूटिंग जो आउटडोर में हुआ था नासिक में, तो कुछ भी वो करके दिखाया बेचारा. As a dance teacher, you know, beautiful, nice movements and all. But Dharanjit तो cannot do all that thing. He said, नहीं नहीं आप जरा इधर आ जाइए पीछे इस तरह और you go behind the camera and sit down. So I will do it. मैं अपने आप करता हूँ. So he started doing everything himself. The whole song was he choreographed. All mad. He asked the director if the पागलपन चाहिए ना, तो okay ठीक है. And he loved doing comedy. बहुत मजा आता था. He used to love it.
let's play that, Aditi. The full sequence, huh? You can. Hemaji, it all looks so simple and it stayed with us for so long. Were things more simple then? Nowadays, you know, choreography, music, background, sets, virtual, animation, GFX, this FX. Huh?
Simple it was. Just I think 2-3 दिन में शूटिंग हो गया था. उसमें एक पूरा म्यूजिक पीस है जिसमें दारू का बॉटल सर में लग के जो डांस करते हैं. That was best, you know, the way he dances. And then he created his own dance, one movement that is a world famous today. है ना? इसका पूरा replica my daughter Aisha danced in one of the reality shows. It was so superb she did. और देख के धर्म जी बहुत तारीफ किया Aisha को.
We also saw you do Yamla Pagla Divana in a TV series recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also try to do it. It is very difficult for a Bharatanatyam dancer to let loose yourself and just jump around like that.
Yeah.
You know? Because the Bharatanatyam is a very disciplined art.
Well, I'm so happy that we've been able to rekindle some of those beautiful memories, you know,
Yeah.
with Dharamji. You know, I always say that how you remember a person is the most important thing in life. How you remember a person. Does he bring a smile to your face? And Dharamji brings a smile to everyone's face. Even in his last years, we used to love it when he used to do those videos from his farm.
Yeah.
You know, when he used to go swimming, he had a love for life and he was excited about everything.
Yeah.
So it's really a special person. I interviewed him also when I was with Times Now once, couple of times. Great people. I always felt the stars of that time had a certain magic about them. Not that these present lot are bad.
I wish you had done interview with him.
Amazing. I wish I.
You have missed so many things.
I have, yeah, absolutely. But I hope I get that old clip of an interview with him back. I found him a warm person. Devanandji once came to meet me as well. I found him an amazing person, incredible. After the interview, he kept asking us about how you run TV channels. He had chicken sandwiches and spoke to me for 2 hours in the office of Times Now. And I still remember him going away, and he passed away 2 months after that when he went to the UK. These are great people, absolutely great people. You've acted with them. And I want to ask you about Sita or Geeta because that's another film which we remember. I don't know which year it is. Must be early 70s.
Yeah.
Early 1970s. For all the Gen Z people out here, please watch these films. These are the real original classics of Hindi cinema. You must watch Sita or Geeta. Has the Gen Z watched Sholay? Have you watched it 10 times? You have to watch it 10 times. It's an amazing. Every time you will see the magic in each of those moments. In Sita or Geeta, I have a clip of a song also. Which is the most beautiful song from Sita or Geeta? Oh wow. Play it. Were you actually doing roller skates there?
I tried my best.
No, they did not. There was one long shot. I think there was some. Did you shoot that on roller skates?
This I did it, but skating separate solo shot I could not give because I used to fall as I was practicing, and my mother used to say, "You have to dance. Don't try all this stunt here." So actually, I like mechanism was there. So when it was there, especially even for photography, उसी गाड़ी में कैमरा भी रहता था, हम दोनों भी हैं. So the whole thing is pulled by a jeep in front. तो बड़ा आराम से महाबलेश्वर में इसका शूटिंग किया. So very interesting film making of those days. आजकल बहुत easy कर दिया, सब कुछ यहाँ स्टूडियो में रख के यहीं पे खत्म हो जाता है.
It's not as enjoyable nowadays.
No, those days were very good. अभी तो you want to go to Kashmir, no need, you can shoot here only. पीछे बैकग्राउंड डाल दो, हो गया काम. But पहले हम जाते थे.
उसमें तो वो feeling नहीं आती. You don't feel that way. In a chroma set, how do you imagine you're in Kashmir?
Chroma आ गया, but like I did the film Kudrat with Rajesh Khanna. So different season में चाहिए था वो director चेतन आनंद. So 4 times we went to with a full unit we went and did shooting. So वैसे सब shooting करते थे पहले.
So tell us about Sita or Geeta. Sanjeev Kumar and Dharmendra both, right? And it is two young girls with vastly different personalities.
Yeah.
Right? One very fiery, very assertive. The other very compliant, demure, quiet, and two great actors, right? Dharmendra and Sanjeev Kumar. Tell us about the backdrop. What you call nowadays the language is BTS. Give us the behind the scenes of Sita or Geeta. Give us the BTS of Sita or Geeta. Yeah? BTS?
I think when they approached, the other day also Ramesh Sippiji was saying that when Ramesh ji wanted to sign Dharamji and Sanjeev Kumar, they were little hesitant because it's the role of a heroine का role है और वो भी double role है. but still they agreed to do it because it was a very interesting script. And Salim Javed writing the script and Ramesh Sippy directing after Andas. तो उसका कुछ value था. Plus I was there. तो साइन तो कर लिया और एक एक सीन इतना अच्छा निकल के आया कि then they started enjoying doing it. किसी को कम महसूस हुआ ही नहीं. Like Sanjeev Kumar also had these beautiful songs, हवा के and then कोई लड़की मुझे कल रात को वो एक गाना है वो भी बीच में उसका भी शूटिंग किया था जुहू बीच में. They were all very nice and they were all very happy doing it. And Sanjeev Kumar is a very wonderful actor, very subtle and a lot of comedy he used to do.
I think by far among the greatest ever, actors,
Yeah.
very sensitive, very subtle, very mature.
Very
acting,
mature, very sensitive, ऐसा लगता है, but he was very mischievous.
Is he?
quietly, Yeah.
When you see him on screen, you had the feeling that he's a very serious kind of person,
वो serious.
Was he always very serious? Sir?
Serious, ना वैसे serious है रहेंगे, but अंदर से बहुत कुछ है.
Achha.
Yeah. It was, but he won't talk much on the sets also. धरमजी भी ज़्यादा बात नहीं करेंगे, but they are all different, They are all so much dedicated with the वो रोल जब शूटिंग जब करते हैं तो उसमें कितना इन्वॉल्व हो जाते थे. धर्मजी स्पेशली पैशनेट अबाउट फिल्म मेकिंग. बहुत बहुत उनको अच्छा लगता था. देन सर्टेन फिल्म में काफ़ी करते करते थोड़ा कम हो जाता. आफ्टर यू गेट मैरिड थोड़ा सा नेचुरली I started getting roles, mother role, and also I was not accepting it. But I changed my whole system and started making, directing films. I changed the whole my lifestyle. So I made Nupur, a very beautiful TV serial on dancer's life. And it was written by Gulzar ji, and then I directed it. It was wonderful. With Kabir Bedi, I performed that. And then I did Dil Ashna Hai, Women of India, then Tell Me What For, all that, there's lots of...
So in the 90s you evolved into different roles,
Yes.
different roles.
And that's the time Dharamji used to be involved, and then he used to say, क्या script है बताओ, क्या shooting में क्या करना है. So I remember so well that there was a scene between Shah Rukh Khan and Divya Bharati in Dil Ashna. तो पूरा वो dialogue पूरा उन्होंने धर्मजी ने लिखा. So he used to take so much interest in all this.
You had some tremendous chemistries. I'll request our producers to also pick out the clip of the film with Amitabh Bachchan. Which one was that? No, not Satyam. Bagban. Which year was that? Bagban, what, 2000? 2003. Yeah, I think this was a beautiful and very, very sensitive pairing as well, of a slightly older couple and what they go through in life. So I want clips and sequences and the famous song sequences of this film as well. You have your time for it, producers, don't worry about it. See, I can also do direction. I direct during my program. I keep directing. Yeah, I keep directing myself. But did you get on top of that, how did you get on top of that ceiling fan? That shot out.
I'm sorry, you were talking about Sita Gita. I took you.
So I'm getting you back to Sita.
Okay, thank you so much.
But I feel somewhere there was some quality in you that the other actresses must not be willing to, be so quote unquote daring, unconventional.
Yes.
At that time, right? Daring, questioning, right? You were truly the Gen Z of your time.
Yeah.
I think you're a Gen Z even now in the way you think. You're bold. You question things. You have had an unconventional and adventurous life. I think that what makes you very different. We should give her a round of applause for being the person that she is. And if you see, you will see that everyone who has achieved, the women of this generation, maybe the Gen Z today thinks that they are very different, but just imagine what they've done in their time. With Usha Uthup also here,
Yeah.
And her song plays in Dhurandhar. Which song was that? Usha Uthup's song? Brahma Ho, Usha Uthup, Asha Bhosle, Hema Malini. They've done things very different. And that's why they are legends. You follow the convention, you will be great, but you won't be a legend. You break the convention, is when you become a legend.
Yes.
So we really are proud of you.
Yeah.
Did you get on top of the ceiling fan yourself? Or
Yeah.
Did you take some
I
help?
did, yes, I did.
Huh?
Yeah. So वो शूटिंग से पहले मुझे स्क्रिप्ट आ गया था एक दिन पहले रात को कि कल हम पुलिस स्टेशन वाला सीक्वेंस कर रहे हैं और वो टाइम पे पहुंच जाना है। रमेश सिप्पी जी ने बोला ठीक है, हम पहुंच गए। एंड देन अराउंड 9 o'clock 10 o'clock माय कॉल शीट टाइम आई वाज देयर। तो पुलिस स्टेशन में भी गए हम, वो जो सेट लगा हुआ था एंड पंखे के ऊपर काफी कुछ सब लोग कुछ कर रहे थे। मैंने ये व्हाट इज इट, आपको उसमें बैठना है। रमेश जी बोल रहे हैं उधर ऊपर कैसे चले गए भाई, हाउ हाउ डू आई डू इट, डोंट वरी एवरीथिंग इज प्रॉपर्ली फिक्स्ड, यू गो एंड सिट। I said first you go and sit and show me, then I will do it. हाँ मैं करता हूँ। Then he, you know, वो बड़ा स्टूल लेकर आया, ऊपर चढ़े बैठे। Then he asked me also to come. Now see I am sitting. Now you come on, you do it.
Who sat?
Ramesh Sippy.
Ramesh Sippy sat on the fan.
Yeah, he sat in the fan and showed me.
You should have taken a picture of that.
I have it.
You have it?
But I don't know.
Oh God, I must. Please make sure we get this picture later. Yeah. So you made him sit on the fan, and then.
Yeah. He sat and showed me. Then he came out. He saw that I am comfortable, I am okay, safe. Then he come down. Then the whole sequence was shot, फटाफट। तो पूरा सीन वहाँ पे जितना डायलॉग था वो सारा करके फिर उतार दिया। But it was hilarious. I enjoyed doing that. बहुत मजा आया।
You like comedy as well, right?
Yeah, something different करने से अच्छा लगता है।
Yeah.
By nature, I am not like that, as you said. But you अंदर से कुछ ऐसी बात है कि जो हम नहीं कर सकते हैं in real life, through the film I am able to do it and then get satisfied. You know, like even in my first film, that Sapna Ka Saudagar, it's very funny. If you see I was just because before coming here I watched Sapna Ka Saudagar, so that if you ask some question I must be ready to answer. No, what is Sapna Ka Saudagar?
Going through my notes and trying to make sure I don't make a mistake.
And I know, and that film also after, जब कहाँ nearly 60 years back, I saw it the other day. तब बहुत हंसी आ रही थी। My maid was also sitting and watching and said, "My mom, हेमा जी आप क्या क्या कर रहे हैं उसमें?" ऐसे बहुत कुछ करवाया, अब किया था। और उसी टाइप का रोल भी मुझे बहुत सारे मिलने लग गए हैं ना, because I was bold and different from any other unconventional roles, वही मिला मुझे। So I was projected as almost like a hero. I remember one more scene that the same director who rejected me, he called me for another film, that is Gehri Chal.
You met him afterwards?
Met him.
Huh?
Met him.
Did you remind him?
No, I didn't say anything. My mother also said, keep quiet, be nice to him. I said, yes. And then he wanted to make Gehri Chal. So he came home, mummy se pucha, daddy said, sign. Then उस पिक्चर में अमित जी हैं, he played my brother's role, and जीतू जी, दोनों के साथ में। तो पूरा एक्शन ओरिएंटेड सीन आफ्टर सीता गीता रिलीजेस, दोनों साइड में बैठे हैं और मेरे से एक्शन सीक्वेंस करा रहे हैं। मैंने बोला ये क्या हो गया? नो सीता गीता आपने किया तो all the distributors wants you have to have the hunter in your hand and you must hit the villain, not that both of them। बाद में किया उन लोगों से भी, but he was very keen to have this action from me.
So, are you like Basanti in real life at that time? I mean, your real life.
No.
Real life.
Real life, I am saying Hema Malini only. But the moment you tell me Basanti, completely transformation happens.
How do you do that?
The moment I wear the costume.
अच्छा.
And your dress आता है, वो उसके अंदर बसंती घुस के आती है और मेरे अंदर आ जाती है। Same thing for every role what I played. Yeah. Whether it is Mirabai, Razia Sultan, and Sita Gita, of course, so many films. And I must say, I'm very lucky artist who has done around 6 to 7 films double role किया है.
Yeah.
Not only Sita Gita.
Wow. That means you were a very sort of dual roles must be very rare for actresses.
Yeah.
For actresses at that time in 1970s, dual roles must not be very common. Everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I was lucky, I must say.
That also shows that you have the ability to play both sides.
One with Dev साहब के साथ जाने मन, then Rajesh Khanna के साथ कुदरत, and Mehbooba, Then उस जमाने में डाकू फिल्म बहुत बनती थी,
डाकू, हाँ,
तो मुझे भी डाकू बनाया, रामकली,
हाँ,
यू नो, वैसा सब पिक्चर में किया, राइडिंग अ हॉर्स, गनमैन लेके, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लगता था. आई एंजॉय डूइंग ऑल दैट.
What if you had done a double role? I'm thinking in Sholay. Suppose you in Sholay, if you had done a double role, if you were Basanti also, and you also played Jaya Bahaduri's character. I'm just thinking.
Please don't think. Let it be as it is, because Jayaji has mentioned, I wish I had done Basanti's role.
Yeah.
She always
Oh
says
God,
that.
I don't want to have problem with Jaya Bachchan. No.
जिसके लिए लिखा है ना, जो
वही होता है.
नसीब में है, वो उसी को मिलेगा.
Hmm.
Whether it is wealth, popularity or film also is like that. मेरे नाम में जो है वो मुझे ही मिलेगा. अगर आज भी कोई बोले कि सीता गीता I was supposed to do, maybe they would have done a much better job, 100%. But मेरे लिए लिखा था तो और कौन कैसे ले सकता है?
So you were driving a Tonga, you were refusing to be sidelined, you were a strong, confident woman who could do stunts also at that point of time.
Yeah.
And this Basanti, is the clip ready, Aditi? Is the clip ready? So I think this clip says it all. Can we run the wrong clip, please? What was the name of the horse? Aditi, what was the name of the, huh? What was the name of the horse?
धन्नो.
Gen Z, I'm asking Gen Z. Don't cheat. You made even the horse famous. Emariji. Everybody knows Dhanno also. I don't think, Maheshi, there is no situation like this. Moti the dog and Dhanno the horse. Is there any actor who has made a dog and a horse as famous as the main actor in the movie? This is amazing. Well done. Hats off.
उसमें धनंजय भी बोलते हैं ना,
हाँ.
धन्नो and then बसंती बोलते हैं.
What are the memories which
Beautiful,
come?
yeah.
Tell me about the clip. The shooting, the moment.
Yes. ये जो सीन किया था, the first day of the shooting for me, तो मुझे बड़ा टेंशन था कि इतना लंबे लंबे डायलॉग थे. एंड देन पहले तो बोला कि इसको याद कर लो. देन आई सेड हाउ डू आई परफॉर्म, मुझे कैसे बोलेंगे. देन जावेद साहब आके मुझे बताया कि यू नो ही हैज गॉट अ वेरी यूनिक वे ऑफ स्पीकिंग, यू नो. तो मुझे ऐसे ऐसे बताया था, तो आई जस्ट ग्रास्प्ड द होल थिंग एंड देन इट वाज वेरी इजी फॉर मी, वेरी इजीली आई जस्ट परफॉर्म द होल थिंग. अच्छा हो गया था. एंड ये सीन के समय it was very interesting to see what Dharam